So we actually have some updates. We took the pigs to the butcher. I'll put some of that footage here. All right, they're getting ready. The good thing about this is that the gate here will block off most of their access this way. We have food for them up there in a bucket, and we'll get some more along the way. Hopefully they'll be able to make it up that ramp. Of course, we need to open the gate first. Oh, no, you're supposed to go up, honey. There's more up there. Now, that actually didn't work, and we had to borrow someone's trailer, and then our truck broke down, so we had to borrow someone's truck, but we got the pigs to the butcher, and now we have just 3 left. I'll show you. And by 3 left, I mean we have no more meat pigs. We just have this mama pig who is for sale. And then we're keeping one of these babies to be the new breeder for our pigs. And then eventually we'll sell Mr. Pig as well. So one of these boys is for sale. And she's for sale. And Mr. Pig is for sale. No, Jenny, go away. Away. Good girl. So Charlotte over here, she is our only registered pig. So why are we getting rid of her? And I will explain in a moment. So we had thought that people wanted the registered pigs because of the quality of meat, and that it would be guaranteed to be, you know, a certain breed, and people liked that breed and everything. So we bred her with a purebred large black pig, and people didn't want to spend more for those babies. They just wanted the papers. And I've learned people want the papered ones just so they can sell papered pigs to people who want papered pigs, and then they can sell papered pigs to people who want papered pigs, and then it's just a racket, you know. And so we're probably not going to do any sort of papered animals anymore, but we'll still have good quality meat for cheap here, and I think that'll set us apart, really. And then if other people want to do registered pigs, more power to them. All right, now we also have some other news. We got 3 pigs butchered, or they're, you know, at the butcher. And one is for us, and one we're trading for a quarter of a cow, which you may know if you've watched our videos. And we had a buyer for half of the other pig, and they had to back out, and I understand because they're under financial pressures. So we have a whole pig available. So I'll be doing a watch party for a wonderful recipe that we love. We get Boston butt instead of the other ones because it's just such a good recipe. So this truck is obviously a farm truck. And we bought it knowing it needed some work, but because we sold the one with the high payment and traded for a much cheaper car, we thought we'd have plenty of extra money to fix this thing up. Unfortunately, that car that we bought broke down, and we spent all the extra money fixing up the car, which we traded in for a car that now works. We just don't have the time or now the resources to put into fixing this up, and if we were to take it to a mechanic, they would charge so much. And it's a 91. It's a pretty good engine and whatnot. It's got, here, I'll show you. So what we know it needs a new alternator, and it's overheating. We put a brand new battery in it, and it's still, the battery dies and needs jumping. That's how we know it's the alternator. And he said when we bought it that it needed a different alternator anyway. They had put in ones with it was too big for it. I forget what they're called. I'm not a car person. That's also why we're selling it, because we figure somebody knows better than we do what it needs, and can get it back to roadworthy. So yeah, we're gonna list this guy too. And then we're just not going to have a truck until we can buy one that doesn't need work. And we don't really want to go into debt for it. So that'll be a bit. But that's okay, because I think we'll have enough meat in the freezer to last 2 years. And given that, we'll be able to save so much money, because meat is expensive and it's just climbing every day. We're still going to butcher our own chickens. We're still going to do all that because we like chicken meat. And I actually, this last time, I quartered the chickens and put it into parts and got boneless, skinless chicken breasts and everything else. So if you want, I can do a video on that. We actually have 5 little meat birds here that need to be processed. Now, our system of processing chickens is really simple. I mean, almost too simple. We don't have killing cones. We just string them up by their feet. And then Brandon does the slaughtering, and I do the pulling out of the organs and whatnot. We do have a chicken plucker, so that makes it easier. But yeah, so big updates. The dogs, unfortunately, are only out when we're outside, because they've been going across the street and harassing our neighbors' animals. We have been working on an in-ground fence, haven't we, Jenny? Yeah. I'll show you some of the difficulty, though. Hi, Gabriel. Yeah. The pigs were like a full-time job, because they figured out how to just push through that electric fence, because our meat pigs, we fed them a lot. And so they would come looking for more food. It got kind of crazy. We're glad that part is over. They got worse than the goats, you know, because goats slip out easily, but this was like multiple times a day kind of crazy. All right, Brandon, all the animals are pretty much contained except for the pigs. So we were dealing with that so much, and then trying to get them to the butcher so much, and we haven't had a ton of time to work this. Now, my father-in-law made a thing where he can pull it behind the tractor, or behind his lawnmower, and he actually cut it, and it's buried in there. But because this is a gravel road, we actually need to dig a deeper ditch and put the wire through these here. We did that on the other side of the driveway, way over there. But this one needs to be done. It's going to be a lot harder. We were told that this part of the driveway used to be part of a highway, actually, back in the day. So this is so much harder because it's actually paved underneath. So yeah, but that's where we always get puddles. So we figured that the puddles meant there was broken ground there and it might be easier. That's our hope. We just haven't gotten to it yet. And then the last thing we really have to work on is that the cats have been pushing through our dryer vent to get inside the house. Now, I wish they would meow at the door and wait for us to open it, you know. And we're not going to put a cat door on their door or anything. They've just got to learn to be patient. But in the meantime, we have got to seal that up more. It's a lot, you know. Homesteading is a lot. And we sold 2 of our gilts. And the guy, it was a husband and wife who came. And we were saying we have so many projects. And they were like, probably not as many as we do. And if you have a farm or a homestead, you understand. Because it's like, you know, I mean, the chickens, the pigs, the cats are tearing out the house. And then there's the invisible fence. And then it's like it never ends. And unfortunately, we've become more focused on just getting things done because it got so heavy all at once. And so we have neglected videoing and letting you all in. Plus, I suffer from pretty severe seasonal allergies. to the point that I haven't been able to sleep, and I went to the doctor, and I'm doing a lot for it, and I still, you can see how puffy it is. It's part of the seasonal allergies, but I know better than to walk through those weeds. They are so tall, unbelievably tall. So unfortunately, I won't be videoing Mr. Pig or Miss Piggy for you, but I promise you they're back there. And I'll try to get Brandon to video them later. Oh, you know what though? I've said a lot about everything that's going on, but I just want to say I really appreciate having a community, because we had to get those pigs to the butcher. Our butcher date was yesterday, and if it weren't for the community coming up and supporting us and helping us out, there is no way we could have ever done that. And so I am filled with gratitude, and I want to give back, I want to help out. So that's what I'm praying for, a way to minister to others, because I'm kind of tired of being on the bottom. But anyway, so there's that, and I'll try to get Brandon to video the pigs later, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day.